But guess what? They're $9.95. So nice. And you know, Wendy doesn't wear pants very often, so when she makes pants, you know, she's gonna make something that she would wanna wear, and that's a really cute idea. All right, let's move on. And I know we're moving fast, but there's just a lot to get to. All right, we're moving on to these shoes. We gave you a little sneak peek of these earlier, knowing that black is gonna be your best bet. These are burgundy and they also come in gray, but black is gonna be your best bet in terms of sizes that we still have remaining, because we're just down to a couple hundred left on these Mary Jane pumps. These are suede Mary Jane pumps from Steve Madden. The heel here is 3 inches and it's a nice chunky heel. Now typically when you think of pumps, you think a skinny heel, a really high pitch, and a pointy toe, and you think, gosh, I have to keep my foot contained in that for hours and hours. Nope. Not with these. These are more of like a, you know, just kind of like a modern day, you know, every girl's kind of walk around kind of pump from Steve Madden. These used to be closer to $100. They were $99. Today they're $69.95, and you also have flex on them, which means you can get them home on any major credit card for $17.49. And I think I'm gonna hold up the gray, even though I know gray is limited, but I think just in terms of seeing it in front of my blouse, I think it's easier to see the detail. So here you have this great elastic along the top. Typically in a Mary Jane, this would be a fold over with a buckle and it wouldn't have any give, but this one has give along the top. You'll also notice on that sling back, it's got give along that sling back, so it's not gonna pinch your heel when you're wearing it. And you'll notice it's got a lot of coverage along the top of your foot, but you also have this nice rounded heel here. I mean, I should say rounded toe here, so that your toes aren't like all scrunched up. They actually have what I like to call wiggle room. When you can wiggle your toes are happy. When you can't, they're not, and they let you know. And your toes probably speak louder than probably any other part of your body. They do. When they're hurting, they let you know. So it's nice that you have just a comfortable shoe that you can walk around in. I do recognize, you know, if you like this style, because maybe you've got a little bit of a heel, you don't want anything too tight or too small or too, you know, sleek or streamlined, you have a cool look. And you've got a good option here from Steve Madden, a company that has been creating some of the most iconic and popular and photographed shoes in magazines and things of that nature for years. This is a shoe company that is not a fly-by-night, just showed up on the scene shoe company. Steve Madden, you know, just to let you know. Now, in terms of sizes, we have sizes 6 through 10 in the black, all right? And that's the one you see right there on Hope. She's wearing those in, you know, wearing those in black. We've got all sizes, 6 through 10. In the gray, we have 6 through 9.5 only. And then in the burgundy, we have 6 through 10 as well. But we don't have a lot of any of them, just to let you know. They're all very limited, because by the time they get to clearance, that means, you know, we're just down to our last few, and then that's it. And then we say goodbye to these. And just to let you know, with our fashion, with our shoes, these are all of those, you know, they were brought in for the season, and then when they're gone, they're gone. So when you see anything, whether it's with me, whether it is with later on with Valerie, whether it was with Callie last hour, or throughout the day as you're shopping on clearance, when they go, no matter what the item is, they are not back. They won't be back. So as you're looking, I don't want you to think, you know what, they're really cute, but I'll get them next time, because there's not gonna be a next time. When they sell out, that's it. You know, the designers at Steve Madden, they've already moved on to other styles, and they've already moved on to other things. And so that's why I finally learned my lesson of when I'm shopping and I see something that I really like, and I feel like it's very me, I love the color, it fits me well, I go ahead and get it. Even if I don't have necessarily an occasion to wear it yet, I'm just glad that I have it, because when that occasion shows up, and it always does, then I don't have to run around figuring out what I'm gonna wear. I'll say, oh, I've got the perfect, whatever it is. I've got the perfect shoe for that. I've got the perfect dress. I've got the perfect top. Because And it is perfect because I bought what I wanted and what was really me. Because sometimes, didn't you know, you've always heard that phrase, when you've got money to burn, when you've got money burning a hole in your pocket and you're trying to spend it. You're trying to go shopping and there's nothing that you want. Yeah, it always happens like that. So that means when you see it and you know it's for you, go ahead and pick it up. At this point, we have fewer than 300 of these left, total, to go around. And when they're gone, that is the end of the line for these. I also wanted to remind you, if you're just joining me and you're saying, oh, clearance. It's clearance all day today, fashion clearance all day today here at HSN. We have a shipping special going on. So that means you've got free shipping on any clearance purchases of $50 or more. And that's cumulative. That doesn't mean you have to buy something that costs $50 or more. It means if you've been putting clothes and shoes in your cart, in your shopping cart on hsn.com, or maybe you've called up a couple times and you've picked up a couple of items and you've already spent more than $50 on clearance items, then you're already in free shipping for those items and everything else you buy all day, as long as it's clearance. Now, it doesn't include our today's special because our today's special is not a clearance item, but anything else that I'm gonna show you in this hour and next hour and the hour after that, except the today's special, is all